Hi, I'm Matt Little. I'm the Director of Counselling and Education at Empowering Awareness.Asia, and I'm a proud sponsor of this podcast.
Hi, Fahad.
Hi, Sai. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. Everything is good here in Mexico.
Firstly, thank you very much for accepting my invitation and accepting to be on my show.
Yeah, thank you very much for inviting me. I follow the show
Uh,
and I like everybody who come on board. Everybody is bringing a lot of information and expertise. So yeah, thanks for including me.
Before talking about you and about your work, can you please introduce yourself to my audience?
Okay, my name is Fahad Hizam. I work as a private investigator here in Mexico. I went to school in the USA, so I studied criminal justice in the US, in North Dakota Minot State University. And now I'm finishing a master's degree in criminal justice in University of West Florida. So this is my academic side and professional side. I work as a private investigator in Mexico. We handle a lot of cases related to fraud, insurance fraud, medical fraud, and also internal theft and missing people.
So, you live in Mexico or US?
No, I live in Mexico. So I studied in the USA and now I'm doing my master's, online master's at the University of West Florida. But I'm here full time in Mexico, southern Mexico.
As a private investigator, what's your role? What's your job?
Well, as a private investigator, our job is to find information. So yes, some people, they don't understand what private investigators do. They watch the movies or old Sherlock Holmes stories. It's a mix of everything, but basically when we say private investigator is to find information. So it's not security job. It's not like a police where they arrest people. It's not a law, like a lawyer. Many people contact us. They think we are lawyers, so they need the legal help. We don't offer legal help. We work with lawyers to provide information. Then the lawyers take this information and do the legal processes. So I work with the lawyers and also I work with criminalists like, like in the movies or the TV show CSI, the crime scene investigation. This is another side. This is a technical side and they call them forensic scientists or criminalists. But my role, when we say like a very general private investigation, it's information. So how we get the information? Government, they have public records. Sometimes it's protected public record. Sometimes it's open public record. We get information from asking people, like interview, if they want to give us information, like witnesses or, um, anybody who has a specialty also. Like I work in medical fraud cases, so I go to doctors and I ask them, look, I have this claim from the insurance. Do you think this is correct? So this is how we get the information from experts. And, now with the internet, like we are connecting now live. It's amazing. I'm in Mexico, you are in India, and we are live and we see each other. We talk in the like we were together in the same place. So the internet, we find a lot of information. So now we have a new generation of private investigator who only work through the internet. Facebook, many websites. Sometimes when we do online investigation, social media investigation, OSINT, open source intelligence, we find information from 20 years ago because social media started 20 years ago. One of the pioneers, Mark Weinstein, who started social media before Facebook. Imagine now we are 2025 and social media started maybe 2005, MySpace and all of this. And, the old generation of people like who are 40 years old now, like me, 50 years old, they had MySpace and they forgot about it. So sometimes you can go to an old MySpace account and you see photos and things. So this is a public domain, so it's absolutely legal. So as a private investigator, we don't have any special privileges. Yeah, we have licenses to allow us to practice that profession. But having a license doesn't mean you have extra information or extra access or extra privileges. You put something on Facebook, I can see it. It's like you have your big YouTube channel. I can go through the YouTube channel and find everything you put. Like, I know your full name. I know you are from India. I know what you study. I know the people you know. Yeah, many of the things we do, like our specialty, like a good private investigator needs to connect. We make they connect the individual. Like, if I'm investigating you, I don't only investigate you. I need to know who's your dad, or your mom, your sister. Like, if you have someone influential, we call them PIP, like a politically exposed person. Maybe your uncle works as in a political position in India. This is a very sensitive job. Maybe he's a military guy in India or some other part of Asia. So we investigate everybody, because many of these big guys, like politically exposed persons, when we investigate corruption and bribery, they don't steal the money and put it in their names. They put it into the extended family. It's not only the children or father or sister. Sometimes they go to nephews, nieces, or second and third generation cousin. So we need to make a tree of everybody connected to this individual, and we try to get the information. And to be honest, social media. So we don't need to get special access from the government. Some governments, depends on the jurisdiction. Like here in Mexico, we are the United States of Mexico. So we have the federal system like the USA. So each state is different. Some states, they have the records are easy to access. You can find information or whatever. But some other states are more strict. So what we do is, we try to make a tree or the network of this individual, and we get all the information. So basically, that's what we do. It's just information. It's research.
So with that information that you collect, whom you help actually?
Yeah, we mostly most of our clients are insurance companies. So we work with insurance companies here in Mexico and the USA. Mexico and USA are very connected. We have many American citizens who live in Mexico or visit Mexico, and vice versa, Mexican and USA. So insurance companies, they want us to investigate fraud investigation. So theft, house robbery, personal assault, like when they assault someone and they steal their money and phone and things. That's what we do. So when they suspect there's a fraudulent claim, we go through all the documents. So they give us all the documents. They say, well, this guy, he reported this case with this clinic, when it's assault, and reported this with this police agency. So what we do, these insurance companies sometimes they are from USA, so they need someone in Mexico. So they give us all the case, and we go here to the hospital. I go to the hospital. I say, well, I represent this insurance company, and they have this claim. Is it true that you issued this letter? Because some of the letter can be falsified. Yeah, we can go through the document examining and things, but they don't want to. They need face-to-face. So we need to meet the doctor. We see the signature. Are you this doctor? Yes. Do you remember this patient? Yes. Do you remember how was the head? Did he tell you about the assault? Or maybe he was assaulted by his brother or sister or something. But did he say it was assaulted? He was assaulted in the street and they stole something. So that's what we do. It's an interview. And I'm also certified in forensic interview. Forensic interview is just, talk with people and see how to get more information legally without pressuring the person we interview. And then we go to the police. So where is the police agency that issued this letter? We see the officer who handled the case. Then I speak with the officer. I say, well, I come as a private investigator. I'm independently contracted by this insurance company. I have all the documents. Look, can you give me information? It's not an official request. Official request has to go through a lawyer and letter and things. I say, no, this is not official request. It's part of, open record, and just to support this citizen and this insurance company. Will you give me the information? If they say yes, we will go through the information. And many people here in Mexico, they help us. Yeah, I met this citizen. Yeah, he was scared. He was assaulted. We saw the cameras because the government, the police, they have more access. So we verify. And some people will go to the police and they say, well, yeah, this guy came, but he didn't say they stole this and that. He was with his brother and he had an accident in a car and he lost the phone. And he said, we get a lot of information just by asking people. So basically, this is private investigation.
So in master's, what is the specialization that you're doing?
My master is in criminal justice. Criminal justice is the American criminal justice. So basically, criminal justice is police, prosecution through the courts, and corrections, which is the prison system. So that's what I'm studying. Specialization, I specialize in fraud and financial crimes. So fraud can be the insurance fraud, document fraud. Some people forge identification, like forging license, forging resident documents. Like in the USA, many people have a fraudulent green card, passport, fraudulent marriage. They call it sham marriage. Many people do this fraudulent marriage. So they meet someone, they pay them $5,000, and they do the sham marriage to get the residency in the USA. So this is fraud. Financial crimes, it's bigger. So money laundering, terrorist financing, drug sales, and diversifying the income that comes from drugs, so to insert it in the financial system. So this is my specialization: fraud and financial crimes.
So how many years of experience you have as a private investigator, and what's your the best case?
I started 2019. So I start 2019, exactly the beginning of the year. So now I will complete 6 years experience as a private investigation, in private investigation as a private investigator. So I got my bachelor's degree from Minot State in North Dakota. And since then I practiced private investigation. And during this time, every year or twice a year, I get a new certification, certification, money laundering, financial crimes, the forensic. So I try to keep updating and getting all the credentials I need. The cases, yeah. When we talk about insurance fraud, or the insurance investigation, it's usually the big cases. So some of the cases from $50,000 to $500,000. So these are big cases if you want to talk about the amount. So it's risky. There's sometimes internal fraud. There's corruption with government officials or some bad actors. But the amount is big and takes a long time, sometimes 3 to 6 months to investigate things. Many of the cases we do, like weekly basis, is a small amount. So a small amount, $250 to $1,500. This is when they steal iPhone. The iPhone now is expensive, $1,000, $1,500. So just stealing iPhone from someone, that's a good amount. And some people, walk in with their laptop and things. Now with insurance, you can get insurance everywhere. You go to your bank and they have list of insurance. You go to apple.com. They ask you, do you want insurance? $29 per year or per month. So it's accessible. So everybody now has insurance for everything. And who provide this insurance? They are not Apple, the company. They have a contracted insurance companies. So yeah, we work with these companies to investigate these theft, sometimes loss, sometimes damage. You have insurance for damaged product. You lose your iPhone in the water or something. Some of the interesting cases, or the cases I like, is the criminal side or the public security side. Yeah, I work mostly fraud. I work corporate, civil, because I'm not government. But when I can collaborate with the government, that's what I like more. Yeah, I'm licensed in public security here in Mexico. So my interest is the criminal justice in the USA and in Mexico, but I'm limited to what I can do. You have to be a government official to handle crimes, legal crimes. So, but sometimes I get hired by government, USA or Mexico. We look for people, missing people, kidnapped persons, and also supporting criminal cases where we do background investigation. So we have victims, we have perpetrators, we have witnesses. Even we do background investigation on witnesses to make sure they are good people. You know, do they have affiliation with organized crime? Are they reliable? So that's what I like. So when my work is related to government, criminal justice, public security, legal processes, that's what I enjoy. Also, we do asset tracing in cases related to divorce. You know, when someone, married person, when they get divorced, they need to separate the assets they have, the house, or sometimes the payment. So they have children, and the woman will say, well, now I will be divorced and I don't have a job, so the father needs to pay allowance or for the children. So how do they decide the amount? Is they need to know how much money they have. And it's not as easy. It's not easy. You go, okay, show me your bank account. Everybody has how many bank accounts or bank account outside or properties. So that's what we do. So if the case is to support a legal case, even a civil case, but it's it's through the government and the judges and the legal system, we do the asset tracing. So we find everything. We try to find properties in the name of the subject, bank account, income, investment, cars. So anything related to a legal process, that's what I like.
So what's the best one that in your list?
It's hard to talk publicly about the best one, so that's why I'm mentioning the type of work, like in general. So no, I can't be very specific about state or location, but
Yeah.
we had cases about criminal cases, like where we have to check the background of both the assailant and the victim. And this is the type of cases that I like. And insurance cases, we had big cases like cargo theft. So, you know, these big trailers that they had, you know, product from China, usually from China. This is what the cases we got. So the Chinese product or the company, they send a container through the sea, through the ocean. They put it on a trailer and it goes through Mexico. And many times they get assaulted. So they steal the whole truck, or they just disconnected the trailer, connected with another truck, and they go. So this container with all the goods in it is insured. So we had to investigate some of them. And yes, some of them were very interesting. I know it's hard work, especially this container or the truck traveled through many states in Mexico. So we had to go through the origin from the port through states where they had cameras, you know, how many times passed through this police check, the toll charge, you know, the toll gate. They inspect the time it passed through weight, you know, the weight station and the highway. We need to check the weight because some of the cases, you know, that the container came and they only found half the goods. So someone stole the goods and put because they use the security thing, secure lock from China. So we had also to contact the Chinese providers, give us evidence that you filled the container. We have to contact the ocean freight company because they were the people who are transporting this thing. So this is complicated. So I don't know your questions if it was the best case. Yeah, I don't like it, but it's good experience to work on these big theft cases. But yeah, as I say, my best cases is when it's criminal, the government contact me to help them. So in general, this is what I like, and I had really nice cases.
So getting the information. So how it's possible, and what type of information it is, and is it public or private? And if it is private, what are your limitations, and if it's I mean, how you usually actually start your work, where it starts.
Okay, if we talk about, let's start with social media. So anything you see with your eyes is public. It's public domain. This is according to the American law and the Mexican law, because I work the two countries. Anything you see, Facebook, all the social media, when you see it, it's public. I know some people, they say they hack and they steal data and things. This is a crime. Someone now was sentenced, I don't know for how long, because he hacked President Trump phone and his wife, and he got some data from President Trump and trying to sell it. It's hacking. Hacking is a crime. This is confidential data. This is private data saved in the phone. So this is something else. This is criminals do. But we got social media, website, you have your own blog and website. I do the same. So you go to my blog, you find some information. When did I graduate? Places where I traveled. You can see I went to Puerto Rico. I went to California. This is good information, because we need sometime. If you watch crime show, they need to know, like, maybe there was a big crime in California, Los Angeles, and the suspect, maybe he looked like me. So you go to my website and see, well, Fahad was in California the same day. So this is public information. So the government information, 3 types. Confidential, like private or secure. Protected private information. No, protected public information. And public domain, public record. The confidential, this is only through a judge or a court order. There are many types, like maybe the money things or taxes and things. It has to go through the court system. A judge will say, we need this confidential. The protected public record, it's public record, but it's public, it's protected. You need to give a reason to access it. This is in the USA and also in Mexico. You can request through a letter. You write the letter. Who are you? Sometimes they say you have to be a lawyer. Sometimes they say, no, this is for the whole public. Just give us your name, why you need the information. For example, I need information about you. When did you travel or whatever? It depends on the country. If it's public, protected public, I need to write a letter, send it to the government. They give us. This is usually here in Mexico, properties. For example, I can't say, who is the owner of this building? This is public, but protected. They say, okay, why do you need? I can tell them, well, I need to buy the house and I want to make sure that who is this person, or that he's saying that he's really the owner. So I write, well, my name is Fahad Hizam, and I need to know the owner of this building because of this and this. And sometimes for investigation, I say, well, I'm investigating an asset tracing for a divorce, and this is the documents. It's already in the court. So this is protected public. And there is the third one, which is the public domain. The public record. You can find them online. Sometimes you pay money, like in the USA, some of the sheriff department, police department, city, state, they say, okay, you pay $8, we give you this information. Just pay $8 and request the information without justification, without a letter. Sometimes you go to the office. Here in Mexico, it's usually we go to the office, the government office, whatever agency, and you tell them, well, I need to know this and that. I'm a private investigator, or even I'm a citizen and I need this information. They say why and this, but it's public. And also in Mexico, we have some states, especially the northern states. We work a lot with state of Jalisco, state of Nuevo León, state of Baja California, and they have good, Querétaro also, they have good website. What do you need? Birth certificate. Sometimes, we need birth certificate for some people. Okay, you pay $5 and you request it. So this is the 3 type of information or records in government.
So, how much time it takes to solve any problem?
Depends. Yeah, I had some cases where we solved it in 4 hours, and some cases almost 1 year. So it depends on missing person. Sometimes, the family call us from USA, they call us from England, they call us from Switzerland. For people here in Mexico, they say, oh, my sister is missing, my son is missing, where are they? They don't know. So we quickly activate. I go to the police, I say, well, someone called me, sometimes by WhatsApp. I say, look, this is the person from England. He's looking for his son. can you help me? So the government can help you quickly. They say, okay, because the government, they have access. They can request to access the phone, the location, we can quickly go to the immigration because they are tourists. So they came through tourism. They say, well, this person came to Mexico on this day and never left. So now we are sure it's in Mexico. So we need to find. So we quickly do this contacts. We go to the address where the person is. We ask the neighbor, ask friends. Sometimes through the Facebook, we quickly find that the person has these close friends, 4 people. Okay, call them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where is our friend? So when we say missing person, it's just like lost connection. I think this is the correct word. Lost connection with the family or the job hunting. Doesn't mean missing as kidnapped or dead or whatever. So that's why we solve it quickly. Sometimes, it takes 2 weeks to find a missing person because they go to the mountain and they stay there without phone. And sometimes they are in an accident, so they are actually in the hospital, disconnected. And sometimes we had cases where they are in prison. So you're in Mexico, immigration prison, or, they had an accident or like a problem with alcohol or drugs. We find them in prison. So this is the missing person. Insurance fraud, we take good time, even if it's a small amount. Some of the amounts are $250, but we respect any job. We give it the same attention and due diligence. $250 or $250,000. We have to go through a protocol, verify everything. So even the smallest cases take 1 week. So even though, working with the private clients like missing person, we do a lot of work in the field. So immediately we go to hospitals, police, immigration, if they are tourists. We do more work and we get more money. But even though we can solve it in 1 day, sometimes we make more money than the insurance, because the insurance, they give us fixed rate. We work 1 week, but the work is not, when we say 1 week, doesn't mean we work 40 hours on one case, because I work 3 cases per week. So I work, 1, 2 hours on this case, 1, 2 hours on this case, 1, 2 hours on this case. So at the end of the week, maybe we did 8 hours, but it's 1 week. So that's the average. I always say 1 week, 2 weeks for some cases where we need information. But missing person, it's emergency. So sometimes we work 24 hours without stopping. Me, without sleeping, and some other friends, missing person. Some people, we found them dead. Like, I get a call from midnight through the emergency phone we have. We say, well, my uncle is missing. He left his job and we can't find anything. We call the police. They can't find him. So we work 24 hours. I try to contact people because usually it's in faraway places. It's hard to travel and go. So I have a network of very trusted private investigators in Mexico in different states. So we activate them. We say, well, this person is missing. Maybe he's kidnapped. Maybe he's dead. Maybe he had an accident and he's dying. So we go follow the route that we think he took. Some people, sometimes we found they are dead in accident, black died.
Okay. So they will hire you, or you will ask them the work?
No, I never ask anyone for work, and maybe I need to start asking. I don't know how to do I don't know how to sell myself. I don't know how to do the cold outreach. What I do is I promote the services. Like, I'm active in LinkedIn, social media. This is what we do. If you need me, I'm here. So I have a good website. So I have my personal blog, fahadhizam.com, and I list everything. I work a lot on search engine optimization and ads, and I put the phone number. So we have a email contact, emergency phone for any emergency. They can call anytime if they can reach me. And people reach me. Sometimes I always get asked, like, what's the volume of my work? We have high season and low season. Why? I don't know. Our season starts fall, winter, and spring. Usually in the summer, there is nothing. Even though there's a lot of movement, a lot of tourists, but no, it's very low. So when it's summer, I don't have job. So I would like to ask for a job or reach people, reach companies. Maybe they have insurance, maybe they have legal. But I think here in Mexico and the USA, when it's summer, they they take a break. So my high season is exactly last 3 months of the year and the first 3 months of the year. So I'm now in a high season. So October, November, December, January, February, March. So basically 6 months. This is really high season when we work 10 cases per month. We get a lot of emergency. Then start to go down until the summer, and sometimes in the summer we are dead. Maybe 2-3 months without nothing, and go up. So during the summer when there is nothing, I start to, update my website, update the LinkedIn, go through some of the reports. I do annual report. So yeah, I need to do my outreach. Some of my friends and colleagues, they say, well, call this government agency, offer your services. So I need to do it because, I work as an independent private investigator. I don't have a salary. I don't work for a company. So I have to do everything myself. Sales, accounting, taxes, basically the marketing. I do my writing, my website. So I need to do more outreach to get more job because I have a lot of energy and I can handle many work. And I have good team. So it's not everything me alone. So I have good team, lawyers, forensic accountant, forensic scientists. Yeah, we have sometimes cases where they require very specialized skill like document examination or forensic interview for pre-employment screening. So there are some psychologists whose job is to do this mental screening. So we work with these people. So we are a big team of independent criminalists and all these services related to criminal investigation, I would say.
Okay. So your clients are from Mexico.
Mexico, USA, this is my main two location. But no, I get more clients from Canada, from Quebec, French speaking Canadian, England, United Kingdom, Spain, Asia, I get from China, Korea, and some from the Middle East. So Dubai and some countries from the Middle East. So yeah, we get a lot of people from everywhere. Africa, we got some people. It's some of them are tourists, like private citizen, and some of them companies. We have a lot of companies in Mexico. We have Indian companies. We have Tata, and Tata in Mexico, they are very, very big. They do everything. Technology, cybersecurity. Yeah, in Nuevo León, we have many people from Tata. I have good friends in Tata and India. I haven't done any work with Tata, just an example. But no, from India, I never got any. But I know that Tata in Mexico are big. They do many things. So yeah, that's what we want to reach more. Diverse. I don't want only to work with American. I would like to work with everywhere in the world. We speak different languages. We have the website in English, Spanish, French, but our team, they speak many languages like Catalan, because many of them are from Spain, Italian, Portuguese. Yeah, Brazil also is a big country, and we have so many Brazilian companies in Mexico. So I would like to work also with Brazilian companies. So yeah, we are very international. That's my focus.
So you work with, you work on frauds, the fraudulent things, and which is in the internet, which happens in the internet.
No, to be honest, let me try to remember. No, we haven't received any cases for internet fraud. Many of them are actual, like mainly the insurance. So we get the insurance fraud, the medical, which is the same medical insurance fraud. We had some inquiries about fraud. Some people bought things on the internet and they sent the money. They didn't receive anything, but we received the inquiry, but we didn't proceed. We couldn't take the case because not everything we can do. We are limited to what we can do. Some of the things only the government can do. So if someone is steal, we represent the insurance will pay. But if one citizen wants to complain about another citizen, they go with the government. So government, prosecutors, police. But when it's international, it's very hard. So they go with their embassy. But if the amount is small, like you say, oh, I sent money to someone in Mexico and they didn't send anything, $20,000, $30,000. What can we do? You sent the money. What can we do? Unfortunately, the world is not fair. You don't send money to someone you don't know. What can we do?
So you said you work for other countries. So if not that the fraud is not related to the internet, so how you work with those countries and what kind of fraud, what kind of work is that working for other countries?
Yeah, for example, insurance fraud. When we get a case from the USA, they usually give us all the documents, and our job is to verify. So medical or theft insurance. So this is the document. There are so many, claim,
Remotely,
evidence. Yeah,
remotely.
exactly. Yeah, they send us everything like through a secure document sharing, and our job is to go here. So, for example, this document from the police, we go to the police, verify, and we try to find if there's any fraud. Did he change anything? Did they change anything in the document? Is this document original? The details. So we ask the police, we ask the prosecutors, we ask the medical professionals who did this. We ask the client. Sometimes the client is in Mexico, so we try to have an interview with the client. So many of them, they would be in faraway states. We try to reach them. We travel or whatever. And sometimes we have interview through Zoom, like what we are having now. We do a lot of remote interviewing like now because it's not always possible to travel. And many of these small cases, they don't pay. Imagine we do a case for $250. They pay us our fee $150. With $150, it's just for a few hours work. You can just travel. I can go within my city to verify the document. So this is the fraud we do.
Great. So at last, what do you say about as an independent private investigator?
Yeah.
What do you say about your work to my audience who needs your service or who are looking for your service?
Well, the work as private investigator is interesting. It just there's so much misconception, misunderstanding. Many people or many professionals, they do private investigation job, but they don't use the word because private investigation is an American term. So when you say private detective is something related to the English speaking countries, which is America, United States, and England. Like many of our professionals that we work with, the forensic scientists, they say, I'm forensic scientist. So what do you do? Basically, the job they are doing is private investigation. So if you look at Wikipedia or any place where you get the literal or the description of the job, what is private investigator? This is the thing. Even lawyers, they can be private investigators because private investigation is not a profession. You can be an engineer. We have people here, private investigators who work car accident investigation. When there's car accident, they have all the skill or the ability to investigate the accident and see whose fault, who should pay the insurance. And sometimes some of the accidents are very serious. When someone dies, this is a criminal offense. So they hire private investigators to investigate car accident. But they don't say I'm a private investigator because, there is this misconception that private investigation is something from the movie, especially here in Mexico and many parts of the world. But you go to America, you go to England, no, it's a profession. So you have a license, let's say private investigator, with a specialty. Some of them are general, some of them no. Like my colleague, I'm meeting with him today. He has a PhD in forensic science. So he's a doctor and forensic scientist, but he's also a private investigator because that's what the job is. What's forensic science? So private investigation is very broad and it's not understood outside maybe these two countries, United Kingdom and United States.
So, as a private investigator, what is your observation about my work? Have you seen any videos of mine on YouTube?
Yeah, of course. Well, first, when we started connecting, I think last year or maybe 2 years ago, and I couldn't come to the interview because in 2023 I had a lot of work, especially in this season, the end of year season. I couldn't. So I was, if not working, I was very stressed, and uh, I didn't have a time to meet you. But yeah, thanks for reaching out maybe 2 years ago. Now that I am more relaxed, I have everything under control, even though I have good volume of work, but I have more people to work with me. That's the thing. So I work in a team. I have more trusted people now. So I follow your work, and I really respect what you're doing and reaching to people. I've seen that you met with some American diplomat. I've seen the interview with the Amazon executive. And I like how you meet with people from different parts of the world. I know mostly American, British because of the English, but I've seen people from, French Canadian, I think someone from Germany. So it's really interesting. That's why I'm fortunate that you invited me and that I'm here. So I will be with them on YouTube and everywhere. But yeah, I wish you the best, and I think it's very, very good project. And I hope you continue to host people, and we see people from all over the world. This is the objective.
So, I've done masters in software engineering, also bachelors in computer science and engineering. Right now, I'm working as a cloud DevOps engineer for a London company. So that's my full-time job. So yeah, apart from that, I'm interviewing experts like you who are into different industries and who are from different parts of the world and for working and giving different services. And I'm interviewing all kinds of people like, from software side,
Yeah,
software, architects, engineers, CEOs, CFOs, and
yeah,
also presidents, vice presidents. And
exactly.
also I'm going with the individuals, like individual contributors who have their own companies,
Okay.
and doctors, police officers,
Yeah,
lawyers.
yeah,
So army officers, like I'm trying to interview all kinds of people from all parts of the world and trying to understand what is happening out of my country and my place to know how they
exactly.
are solving problems. Now, in this conversation, also, I came to know how you are solving problems. And
Yeah, exactly. Because many
yeah,
people they don't understand what we do. They think it's a joke or something. But no, I'm finishing my master's degree. I only have 2 courses left, and I have all the licenses to allow me to work as private investigator in Mexico. Licenses, business registration, and certification. So yeah, that's what we do, and I appreciate what you also do. So because my job is security investigation, so I went to your YouTube and I want to see who is in the same field. Because at the beginning I thought you only focus on computer and technology, but no, now I see that you have the police officers, the diplomat, the politician, and the army. So and the Amazon executive. This is very interesting because Amazon is really a big company, and they're very protective of their staff and employee. But yeah, it's amazing that you can reach these people, and I feel very fortunate.
yeah, I interviewed also experts from Microsoft, also from Google,
Ah,
Netflix,
wow.
from all the top technology companies. Since I'm in technology, so
Yeah,
I will be talking with them about the advanced technology tools and services in order to upgrade myself and upskill myself.
exactly.
So,
Yeah, it's amazing.
doing this work, diversified work, trying to talk with completely different people from different parts of the world and trying to understand different subjects and different domains and,
Exactly.
you know, humans who are coming from different backgrounds and experiences, how this diversified experience is going to contribute to my career and also for me as a human being, and also putting this work on social media or on YouTube one podcast, how this is going to help me.
Exactly. Yeah, it's amazing. Diversity. Sometimes that diversity is misunderstood. Like different part of the world, they understand diversity differently. Some people think diversity is men and women and genders. Some people think diversity is, color, black, white, and some they see it as nationality, like the origin. Like, in the United States, you get many diverse people from different worlds, but diversity is a big thing. Like even the background, professional background, this is diversity. Countries now, everything is more connected. We travel a lot. I'm not even from Mexico, so I came to Mexico 6 years ago, and yeah, I'm part of the diversity of Mexico and connecting with people, learning. Like when we mentioned India and Tata, this is diversity in Mexico. Tata is a big company. I think they have, I don't know, maybe 20,000-30,000 employees here in Mexico. So it's important to understand all of it, and it's easy to connect. Like now, it's amazing. Now I'm in Mexico, you're in India. It's live. It's like we are sitting together. The internet is fast. The quality is amazing. I can see you very clearly. Now it's daylight. It's the morning here in Mexico. Maybe it's night, and where you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this is amazing. Why don't we use it? I know people don't understand the power of the internet, the social media. I understand it, but there's so many ways you can make from internet. Education, make us more intelligent, the information, more, respectful of other cultures. This is the only way we can connect, because I can't travel. I know people say, well, traveling also help, but no, we can't travel. I can't go to India. It will be very expensive, far away, and no, not everybody can travel anywhere. I have a job, I have a family, I have everything. So of course, traveling all over the world will be the best, but not only traveling and connecting with people. That's what I try to do when I travel somewhere. I don't travel much because, job and money. But when I travel, I try to not be like a tourist, because you go to a place like maybe here in Mexico, you go to a very touristy place like Cancun or something. It's the same place as many places in the world, the same standard. You go to Cancun, it's like going to Ibiza in Spain. But you go to the real life, even in Cancun, you can go to see how the real people live. This is where you learn about the culture. Some people say not all culture are equal, some good, some bad, whatever. The idea is to learn about the culture, not to go and live with them. So yeah, I appreciate what you do. I will try to see more of your interview. I see them now like every day or every few days, but I will go to the old ones. I see the new ones you publish, but I will go to the old ones now. And yeah, I appreciate what you do, and hopefully it will help you and help us. Maybe someone will see my interview and contract me for a new job or something.
Do you have your online presence to share with my audience?
What's that?
Your online presence, like your social media or your website
Okay.
that you can share?
Yeah, online presence. Will I? Yeah, I'm everywhere except TikTok. I don't like to make videos, but yeah, I use all social media. It's the same name, so Fahad Hizam everywhere. So it's at Fahad Hizam everywhere. I have my website, fahadhizam.com. So from there, you can find all my social media. Yeah, I like social media. I know it takes time, but I use it either to learn, to spend a few minutes, to enjoy the day, and also promote services. But no, I'm not addicted to social media. Some people think I'm addicted because I'm everywhere. Like, I don't spend the whole day on social media. I spend the whole day on the computer working on other things. But social media, I try to be active. So many of the posts you see on social media are actually scheduled. So sometime I spend Saturday or Sunday, I schedule posts for next month. So they show up every day. But no, I'm actually, sometimes like Twitter, I spend 1 week without going to Twitter. But my posts keep going. I share my article and things. So yeah, that's my online presence. So if anybody wants to connect with me and ask me anything, I help people with their thesis. I got some interesting students from France who are doing research, like thesis for university about private investigation. So I try to help them with private investigation, teach them how they do the work. What is private investigation, basically? So yeah, if anybody
Can you
wants to reach out, I'm open.
can you spell your website to my podcast listeners who are listening to you?
Okay, my website is fahadhizam.com. So it's FAHAD Fahad HIZAM.com. So basically Fahad Hizam .com. You can even Google me because my name is unique. You don't see many of my names. So Fahad Hizam, private investigation PI. You will find me everywhere.
Oh, great. Can I put this video on my YouTube channel with your permission?
Yes, yeah, you have my permission. I would love to see it and share it with my family and friends. Maybe now they will understand more about my work because even my family and friends, they don't understand what I do. I don't talk about my work much.
Also, can I put this audio and video clip on my podcast, website, internet, social media, everywhere with your permission?
Yes, yes, please. You have my permission to put it everywhere, and I will do the same. I will share it everywhere. I think it's been really good meeting you and having this talk.
I'll post this conversation also in my website as well. People who find my website can able to see this conversation, and also hopefully you get more clients through my medium.
Yeah, hopefully. I'm sure I will get, and I will let you know. Hopefully, we can get some big cases or contracts.
Definitely. So thank you very much again, Fahad, for giving me your valuable time and sharing your experiences and giving answers to my questions and also telling about what exactly you do and about your work. And it's nice meeting you and a great experience for me.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you for the opportunity. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Take care, man. Bye.
Yeah, bye, Sai.